guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing my first video since my surgery. I have not been up here at all since my surgery. I haven't been recording. I've come up here a couple times like to do my makeup for like personal family outings and stuff. I think I've done my makeup twice since my surgery, which is insane. But I have had friends come over. My brother came over and his girlfriend came over, and I did makeup when everyone was over hanging out. So I've been up here a couple times, but I haven't like come up here to clean. Usually I deep clean my studio once a week to like get like face powder off of things and like wipe everything down, and I haven't been doing that. So it's just a mess. Like, I wish you guys could see it right now. There's just this big huge laundry basket chilling over here full of dirty clothes. A lot of it is actually stuff that I ordered on a site called Romway. I'm gonna be doing a haul on that eventually, but I don't want to pre-record too far out, so I'm giving myself like a week between filming because holy shit have I pre-recorded way far ahead. Like, I've pre-recorded. I don't actually need to start recording again until April, which is honestly probably when you'll be seeing this video. In my last video blog about my breast augmentation, I think I haven't edited yet or looked at any of the footage. It's just been hanging out on my memory card. I am planning on moving it to my computer today, and I believe I got some footage when I came out of surgery when I was in the car. I think I remember recording something. To, but I don't know if I actually did. So that's kind of where I left you guys. When I came out of surgery, in case you guys didn't see it, my husband took me to get some food. I was feeling fine, and I'm just gonna kind of pick up from there and fill you guys in on anything you haven't heard, especially for those of you who don't follow my social media pages, don't really know what went on or the huge details of my surgeries. We drove to the hospital. The surgeon had told me prior to our appointment, he was like, yeah, you know, sometimes I'm running late, always running late. So bring something to do for a couple hours because we probably won't even be able to get you into surgery until like 1 or 2 o'clock. So we got there at our 10:45 check-in expecting to be sitting there for a while. We went back and finished filling out our paperwork for the hospital. We got the rest of our billing information, paid the hospital, we did all of this stuff. And then I did, because I take my birth control continuously, if you haven't watched the videos on that, I recommend that you do because that was a nightmare. So I take my birth control continuously again for 3 to 4 months. So there's been almost 4 months since my last period. Because of that, they require that you take a pregnancy test. Unless your period was like a week ago or something like that, you gotta take a pregnancy test. So I rolled up after not having drank anything since midnight, trying not to pee my pants. I did a pregnancy test, everything was fine. I went in for surgery so fast, and I'm terrified of being put under. I was so anxious, and I didn't have any time to really process what was happening. We finished our paperwork, I did my pregnancy test, I sat down for about 10 minutes and someone came out and was like, hey, we're ready to do your pre-op, and I was like, prepared at all. So they took me back and it was really cool. They gave me a bag to put my clothes in, they put me in a gown, they had me use Dynahex wash near the incision site again. It looked like a little package of baby wipes. They just told me to wipe everything down for them. And then what did happen after that? They put, you know, the hospital socks on me, all that stuff. They took my blood pressure, they put the little thing on my finger to test my O2 levels. Everything was going great, and I brought my stuffed alpaca with me, which I meant to bring up here, and everyone was like acknowledging him as a guest in the hospital. Like, people would say hi to him. It was so cute. And then like come in and be like, hey sir, how are you? I enjoyed it. It helped with my stress levels for sure. They came in, an anesthesiologist came to visit me, and that was pretty neat because he asked how I was feeling, and I was like, yeah, I haven't eaten since midnight and I haven't had any water, so I have kind of a headache. So they brought me a little tiny cup of water and some Tylenol and gabapentin, whatever that is. I don't know drugs, so yeah, that's what they gave me. And then they gave me a long-term nausea medication, which was so weird. It was a little sticker that they peeled off and they like stuck it behind my ear. It was a nausea medication that lasted 72 hours. If you've ever had surgery, or you know someone who's had a really simple surgery, like their wisdom teeth out or their tonsils taken out, you know that it's really common to be super freaking nauseous after surgery. But since they gave me that, I didn't have any nausea after surgery. I was really impressed with how well that thing worked, and the fact that it lasted 72 hours, and honestly I wasn't feeling up to showering, so that thing stayed on for the full 72 hours. Like, it was on. So that was all pretty neat. They also put my legs in these weird sleeves. It looked a lot like the blood pressure cuffs that they put on your arm, but it covered like my whole calf. Like, they stuck my leg in this thing and velcroed it on, and it would like fill up with air and you would feel it like moving around. It's to help your blood circulate because I have poor circulation and they didn't want that to cause any problems for me. And then it was really cool too. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna show up on camera or not. Ugh. My IV site that they tried to get is still bruised 3 weeks later. That is still bruised. The anesthesiologist tried really hard to get an IV in there because the surgeons and everyone usually prefers that it be there with all the equipment and all the tubes that they have to run. It's just easier if it's there. They actually ended up having to put it in the back of my hand, I want to say it was. Yeah, he poked me like 12 times though. He was desperately trying to get a vein here, but because of my poor circulation, it wasn't happening. After he placed my IV, he was like, oh, your skin's really cold. And they literally put me in this thing. Guys, it was so fun. It was like those giant blankets. Like, if you have hypothermia or something, it's like a giant blanket. They put it on you, it fills up with air, and it's basically like sitting inside a blow dryer. And it connects to this machine that blows hot air on you. It looks like this big like dryer, what is it called? A big like tube that connects to a dryer, one of those things, and it like hooks to the blanket and it like blows it up with air. And it was so cool. I was just sitting in there chilling, and then they didn't tell me when they put me under because they all knew. I told them ahead of time that I have a fear of being put to sleep. So the anesthesiologist came in and the surgeon came in and was talking to me and was like, all right, you're gonna go back now. And he was like, have you ever drank a 6-pack of beer? And as he was saying that, the anesthesiologist gave me some sort of anxiety medication that like partially sedates you, and it makes you feel really drunk. I couldn't even answer him. I think that's why he asked that question, was to make sure that I was like not gonna start freaking out. And then all I remember is getting wheeled into this room, which scared the fuck out of me, but I couldn't do anything because I felt extremely drunk. It looked like a big warehouse with these giant lights that were like, holy shit balls enormous, like the hugest lights. It looked like I was about to be abducted by a fleet of alien ships. There was like 4 of them hovering over me, and I was like, this doesn't look like a hospital room. It's kind of freaking me out. And I just remember them like strapping me down to this like T-shaped bed and thinking, what the fuck is about to happen to me? Again, I was kind of feeling drunk, so I was like not comprehending what was going on. And they were like, oh yeah, those big lights, they're really bright, so you're gonna want to close your eyes now so that, you know, when they turn them on, it doesn't hurt your eyes. And I was like, shit, okay, I don't want to go blind. And that's when they gave me the anesthesia to knock me out. So I was completely unaware of the fact I was being put under. I was just like, yeah, you're right, I should definitely close my eyes and just like chill out for a minute. And then I woke up, we got in the car, we went. Just wanted to fill you guys in on the entire experience. I thought it was really high end. Like, all the extra stuff that they did for me just to like make sure that I was calm and, you know, enjoying myself as much as one can while they're waiting to get cut open. Oh yeah, it was fucking nice. I've told a lot of people already. A lot of people have contacted me and said that they wanted the same augmentation surgery, and I could not recommend anyone more. Sorry, I keep messing with my hair. There's like little pieces that I can see moving in the camera and it's bugging me. I just want them to stay in the hair tie, but they don't want to. After the first couple days at home, because they gave me hella pain meds, I basically slept for the first few days. And so the first 5 days are kind of blurry. I remember some soreness. I remember certain things hurt really bad. Like if I had to bend over for any reason, I was like, nope, can't do it. Nope, absolutely not. It was impressive to me that the incision site, however, did not bruise at all. That was something we were all waiting for because I bruised like a peach due to the fact that I'm anemic. The fact that I didn't bruise at all, like this guy knew what he was doing. He was good. It was impressive. My IV site bruised worse than the incisions for my actual implants. But yeah, the first week was basically just me sleeping, taking it super easy, laid up in bed. I had people kind of catering to me hand and foot. I had a family that stayed with me during the day when my husband was at work and kind of just made sure that I was not having to do anything because I really couldn't. I ate mostly soup for the first week just in case I got sick because I was not ready to throw up. Like my muscles were so sore. My chest muscles, which I will explain in a minute, hurt really bad. Coughing, oh my god, made me feel like I was gonna die. Sneezing, even worse, made me feel like I was gonna die. So I mostly just ate soup. I had kind of a cough from the breathing tube that they put down my throat, so I was just eating soup. I didn't want to irritate my throat at all. I didn't want to upset my stomach because I was kind of nauseous from the pain meds, even though they gave me really strong nausea medication. I'm really sensitive to pain meds, which is why I told you guys I was hoping I wouldn't have to take them, but trust me, oh boy, I needed them. And it's because I'm gonna sit up really quick and show you guys. So the bottom of your rib cage, your pec muscle attaches. When they did the surgery, they detached that to place the implant underneath the muscles. That is no longer attached to my rib cage. It is not going to reattach. You can look up videos online of submuscular breast augmentation, and it shows you like an animated video of what it looks like when they do it. But basically they cut your pec muscle right here and it lifts up a little bit. The lowest portion of your implant will always be exposed. It's not covered by muscle, so your muscle never reattaches, which is why when I would cough or sneeze and like my chest would tense up, I could feel where that had been detached. And oh my god, can I just say there is nothing nastier than that feeling? It was so gross. Like, I freaked out and it hurt so bad. So that's why I was living off soup for the first week. Week 2 was way better. I had an appointment with my plastic surgeon. They took some of my after pictures, and then I think they're taking more at my 3-month appointment, which will be at the end of May. I'm really excited for that. So after about a week, you can do a lot more. You can move around easier. Usually after 3 weeks to a month, you can do things like start sleeping on your side again, which I'm ready for. I hate sleeping on my back. I haven't been sleeping well. And then you can start doing more, like you can exercise. You can usually do most types of exercise after 4 weeks. There's nothing hardcore with your arms, like no push-ups, no lifting, heavy weights, none of that stuff. I'm starting today. I'm gonna try to get into some of the exercises I was doing before, mostly just sit-ups, squats, like lower body stuff. I don't want to mess with my arms and my chest yet because there's still some soreness. If I cough or if I sneeze, it hurts pretty bad still. And I don't want to mess with that muscle. I don't want to hurt anything and then have it take even longer for me to heal. That being said though, things are getting better. That's the main complaint that I had when it came to this. Now, the thing was, you were supposed to wear a bra for 3 weeks, and I did. I wore several bras. I had my surgical bra, a white bra, and I had a pink bra that we got that were all in my size, to make sure that I was like continuously supported and that gravity didn't hurt my incision. And I've heard on multiple sites, they're like, yeah, wearing a bra every day after that doesn't do jack anything at all. It does nothing. It doesn't help with anything. But my surgeon told me he recommends that people wear a bra, so I just did it anyways. And having it be supported and not like pulling on the incision did help with the pain a little bit. I was perfectly fine with wearing a bra constantly. And something else, I'm not like gonna pull my boob out right now, but there's pictures of it on my Instagram and on my Facebook, I think. He also told me when I went in for my 2-week appointment and he took off my dairy strips, the tape that like stays on for a really long time, like the surgical tape. He removed the surgical tape, he washed some of the glue off, and then he took the ends of my sutures out because they were basically gone. He told me that I could get these stickers, and the ones that I got are called Scar Away, and they are, I will link them down below. I got mine at Walgreens. We got them immediately after my 2-week appointment. We got these things called Scar Away. It's a silicone gel scar tape, and it's basically just a bandage that sticks to it, and it's supposed to heal the scar faster and make it look better and this and that. And I don't really know if any of that works, and I didn't care about it. I just wanted a sticker that I could put over the incision because incisions freak me the hell out. I hate looking at them. They creep me out. I don't like it. I don't want to see them. And I also have an issue when I sleep at night. If something itches, I will sit there and scratch. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen me in my videos. I'll just kind of like sit here and like itch my arms constantly. I'm really bad about scratching my skin, especially because of my anxiety. Like, it's just kind of a habit. And I was so terrified that I was gonna like pick my incisions open in my sleep and not know it. So we got these things that stick on. The outside of them kind of feels like silk. They're really soft. It helped keep my bra from rubbing on the incision as well, so I really liked them. I recommend them to anyone who has breast augmentation done, just because if you pick at your incision or mess with it, anything like that, it could cause issues for you, and you don't want that. Around 8 weeks, I should be able to pick up most heavy things and resume doing lifting, which is great because I have like little tiny thick arms. I will be able to start exercising again. It's about the 3rd week. I've said that like 500 million times, but I just want to reiterate that I'm going on week 3. So I'm able to pick up things now that I wasn't at like week 1 or week 2, but I still can't lift up like a gallon of milk without it hurting. So I'm still pretty limited on what I can do, but it is getting better. The pain's getting better. I haven't taken pain meds, and I think I only took my pain medication for like the first week, and that's it. And then there was one day because I had a really bad headache. I couldn't stop coughing. My chest hurt so bad. So I did take my pain meds that day because I was just extremely uncomfortable. And then they made me nauseous as hell. So it still sucked. I should have just not taken them. Like, I know that I can't take stuff like that unless I am absolutely dying. But at the time, I felt like I really needed something because I was like about to die. And they tell you not to take most NSAIDs until after week 2. So I just took the pain medication that they had prescribed me to be safe. A couple more things I just wanted to say really quick is that I am still having some incision pain. The incisions are almost completely healed. Still a little bit of pain every once in a while, some stabbing pain, especially now that I've stopped wearing a bra all the time so that I can let the implants kind of settle a little bit more. My skin is still super tight, so my boobs kind of feel hard still because my skin is really tight. Like, my skin hasn't completely stretched yet to accommodate these implants. They're like shiny. Like glass. They look like glass. It's so strange.
There was an eyelash in between my boobs.
But yeah, so the skin is still stretching out. It itches. There is some skin that is peeling, and that sounds horrifying. I freaked out too. But when your skin's stretching, it's kind of normal for there to be some peeling in areas where your skin is pretty tight. And another question I've gotten a lot, because these are the new updated saline implants. These are the ideal implants, which have multiple different, what do they call them? Shells, baffling, whatever. So it's like a bag inside of a bag inside of a bag inside of a bag, and it's really strange because when you feel my boobs long enough, you can feel the bags inside of the bags. Maybe that'll go away as they settle. I don't know. I'm not upset about it. I think it feels kind of cool. It doesn't, like, obviously they're fake. I've told everyone that they're fake. I don't really expect them to feel that real. I don't want them to be like hard and unnatural looking. Like, I want them to look good, but if they, like, it feels like sandwich bags floating around in my boobs, kind of. I think it's really entertaining. The other thing that happened was air bubbles were inside my implants. And with silicone, you won't have that. With saline, they are not pre-filled. They fill them once the shell is inside your body. So they run a tube in there and they fill them up on site, which was really weird. But that also means that there were some air bubbles in the implant. And so when I would bend over and then stand up, I would feel like air bubbles shifting around. It kind of felt like a can of soda in my boobs. My plastic surgeon was not too impressed with my puns when I went in for my appointment and was asking him about that. Because I was like, yeah, sometimes when I move around, like, I can feel like bubbles in my chest almost. He was like, yeah, that's totally normal. And he explained it to me and I was like, yeah, so it's kind of like my boobs feel like a can of soda. And he was just like, yeah, I mean, that's a way to describe it. And I was like, is that why they call big boobs cans? He looked like he wanted to smack himself in the face. I thought it was funny. Other than that, that's kind of the only update on the actual, like, status of my boobs. Once again, there are censored updates out there. If you want to see them, I'm not encouraging you to look at them if that's not your thing, or if you prefer, like, modest media, then don't go looking at my social media accounts because they're not modest at all. I'm in alternative modeling, so yeah. Just saying, if you don't want to see it, don't go looking for it. If you're gonna, like, look for it just to harass me, a couple people have done that, like, just don't. But other than that, that's the only weirdness that's gone on with my boobs. My skin is still mostly numb, but that's normal. Considering how long it took my face to, like, completely wake up after they hit a nerve when I was seeing the dentist, considering that was such a small incident and it still took weeks for the feeling to come back to my face, I'm not at all surprised that my boobs are still pretty numb. Like, I can't even feel my nipples, but I'm sure it'll be fine. My plastic surgeon was absolutely freaking amazing, so I trust that I'm gonna be okay. That's kind of where I am with week 2. There's not a whole lot going on now. I'm gonna start, like, easing my way back into filming, getting up earlier, exercising a little bit here and there, and kind of getting back into my routine. It was really difficult with the pain medication they gave me too because I have issues with depression. I think that the meds they gave me kind of triggered a depressive episode because when I was taking them, I felt totally fine. Everything was great. Like, I felt great. And then when I stopped taking them, I kind of slipped into a depressive episode, and there was also some, like, personal stuff going on in my life, some personal things I've been dealing with. Some family has shamed me for having the surgery. I'm not gonna, like, name who it was, but someone called me and basically was like, you're an awful influence, that's disgusting, and was kind of, like, slut-shaming me for, like, getting my boobs done, so that sucked. And I just kind of started struggling a little bit with, like, feeling judged and all the stuff that comes with that. and it's really crappy that people act that way, but I'm like, gotta take it one day at a time, Grace. You gotta take it one day at a time. I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to do better. I have to slowly work my way into my routine. And I know friends of mine have had their surgeries, and a week later they're like picking up their kids and they're running and playing and doing all this stuff. But for me, especially because I started feeling like really depressed, it's just taken me a lot longer to kind of like get back to feeling myself, you know what I mean? Like, I just haven't been feeling myself lately. Things are finally starting to look up. That is something to watch out for if you're looking into getting breast augmentation surgery. If you have depression, just know that pain meds can mess with that. If you take them for a while, you'll feel awesome. Once you stop taking them, it's almost like very, very slight withdrawals. It was worth it. I don't regret it. I know I'm probably gonna have to do it again sometime in the future because I got them so young, but I'm hoping to avoid that as much as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will have another update coming out probably in a week or so, or I'll at least be filming another update in a week or so, and hopefully uploading it sometime soon so that you guys can follow the full progress of healing. If you guys want to see pictures and stuff like that, be sure to follow my social media. I always link social media in the description box. Also, if you pay for any of my modeling sites, you will see uncensored photos of the progress that's being made, because even though I'm not doing photo shoots yet, I am still taking selfies and stuff for the sites that I use, because people are interested in what's going on with my boobs. Keep that in mind. I hope you guys have a really awesome day. I hope you guys are having an awesome week, an awesome month, an awesome 2018. I know it's a new year. Lots of people, it's still like kind of new a little bit. The newness is starting to wear off, but a lot of people are still really excited about 2018. So if you are interested in continuing to watch my progress, the adventures that I'm going on in life, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. Also, I just want it to be known, something that I really want to do when I go to photo shoots is film some behind the scenes footage for you guys and start making YouTube video vlogs out of that. Because once I'm healed up, I think I'm gonna have lots of opportunities to go to photo shoots with really awesome people and get really awesome pictures. I just want you guys to see what it is that I do when I go to photo shoots and how like messy it actually can be. So really excited for that. I'm hoping to get a bunch of behind the scenes footage at my photo shoots from now on. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.